Oh, that was noisy. Good evening, everybody. You may notice that we have a slightly different arrangement here, and that is because of this thing in the way. I don't know how to get around it at the moment, but we'll think of something. Why haven't I got my headphones on? Excuse me for a moment. I do apologise. I need to plug in. This is where I think I should get some decent wireless ones. I think it's that hole. I have indeed found the correct hole. Anyway, today we're in pink shorts, so you should all be very lucky, or feel very lucky. Anyway, what are we doing? Why have I got a cocktail stick over there? We have to paint this young man's hair, and it's bloody hot. Right, how do we do this? How do I paint his hair? I'm going to start by giving him grey hair, because then he'll look very suitable. Bit of black. Oh, you can tell it's hot. These dropper balls are drying out in the tip. I've made space for palette cam when I get one. There we go, there's a nice grey colour. Very dark grey to begin with. I think this is the colour I wanted to use. Am I on camera here? Looks like that one needs to go right a touch. Hello my man, how are you? What is new in the world? I'm struggling to remember how to paint hair. I think I'm going to do some sort of stippling technique. maybe. Touch more white. I saw your new V8 wheelchair. What are the resin minis all about? Ah. So what happened to the commission? Has that been sidelined now? Oh, that makes sense. I can imagine it'll burn you out if you do all that commission stuff in one hit. Well, it'd burn me out anyway. Were they all Death Watch? The whole lot? The whole commission is Death Watch, is it? That must play on the old sanity. I have one Death Watch to do, and he's over there ready. You might be able to see him in the background. But painting a whole horde of those guys, my word. glad he's excited. I hope he doesn't mind a botched paint job. I haven't painted a black marine in... I painted a Raven Guard once, a fair few years ago. To swap brush sizes. Oh no. Yo, what did I think of the new Dreadnought? I think it's alright. It doesn't really bother me. Oh. I've got no issues with it. I think his shins look the weirdest to me. The guy riding in it, it looks like he's got really short shins, but I think that's just the angle. Once I saw that, I couldn't unsee it. So you guys are against. You're not happy with the new Primaris, whatever it's called, the Invictor? Why don't you like it though? This is the question. Stealth Dreadnought. Is it stealth? I can't remember. Oh, it's got like noise dampening things, hasn't it, or something? I don't know where else they could have gone with Marines. Yeah, the repulsor I'm not that keen on. I quite like the new thing because it just looks so weird. It's got that weirdness to it. What's it called? The impulsor. It amuses me that you guys don't like it. It amuses. It amuses. I think it's alright. It doesn't bother me that much. But I can understand why people don't like it. What do you guys think of the other thing? The impulsor? Sneak and stomp. I guess it should have looked a little bit more spindly if it was going to be stealthy, but then it would have just looked like a sentinel, wouldn't it? Right, where are we at? That's the hair done. Bit of hairy Mary. Oh, I like my new little footrest under here. Hair. I suppose I'd better do this bolter. I suppose. No one ever wants to do the bolter, do they? where is me paint? Where's me paint I was going to use? I lost it. It's different. Where's that gone? Hello. That'll teach me for moving everything around, won't it? Is that it? No. I literally had it a few minutes ago. Oh, it's behind there. I am blind. My favourite metal colour, Vallejo Chrome. If I can turn this the other way. That's better. Oh, shizer. Where did all this paint come from? 4 dreads and 4 tanks. It sounds a little bit greedy. Is it all for you though? What are all these things on the front of the old bolter? I know one is the barrel. What is the like nub above it? If anyone could tell me what those are. It's like a hooky thing, I know what that is. Guess that's where they stick their rangefinder. Isn't that what the top thing is? I wish they hadn't have put all those little whatever these things are on here. I'll paint them metal, so I do not want to highlight all those black. That'll take forever. Do all the little details silver. And all this magazine-y bit. Careful not to paint his fingers. Cadbury's fingers. I quite fancy some Cadbury's fingers right now. casing down there. This paint dries bloody fast. Excuse my language. I'll paint all that scope silver apart from the ends. The more bits we can get away with painting metal the better, because then it'll be easier to paint. Not that we're lazy or anything. Skee-Bore. I've heard of Skee-Bore. I haven't heard of Nuts World. And I haven't heard of El Greco. Hit that thing with a highlight while I'm up here. I bought some Skee-Bore bases a long time ago. And a little hilt. Proper cheating painting the gun handle metal. Metal, I should say, not metal. Oh god, someone outside is not very happy. Don't know if you can hear that. That sounds like a squat in exo armour. Where are we up to? I can't really wash that yet because these metals like to mix up with the wash if I hit them too early. So I might base coat my purity seals. No, it's the kids outside mine today. I don't often get that. But I have got my windows wide open because it is quite warm. Right, red I think for what am I painting? Where am I at? I've completely forgotten where I am. That's it. Purity seals. I've got my fist on red. One of my favourite colours. Right, let's get it. Where is your purity seal, my man? You have one here on your shin. If a lot of people got together to show off their shins, would they be having a shindig? I thought that was a pretty good joke myself. It's got one there and one up here on his arm. A shindig. I thought it was quite a good joke. I was chatting to this magician the other day and he was teaching me how to vanish, and he asked me if he had made himself clear. I might write down a load of terrible jokes to read out. Oh, my ears itching, these bloody headphones. Have I made myself clear? I thought it was quite a good joke. Apparently there were some dogs being stolen in the area, but the police said they haven't yet found any leads. I need a brown. Have I got a brown paint? I've got one down here. Ah, good. I look forward to receiving a load of dad jokes, and I'll use them. I'm not afraid to use the dad jokes. Your mum said take you to the hospital for an allergy thing. Okay. Is this going to be a joke? It's not. Oh dear. A rash decision. I saw a man standing on my bacon butty the other day. Apparently he'd been standing on a few. He said he was on a roll. Dear oh dear. Terrible jokes. We can't go to hospitals, it's too expensive. Ah, but you have medical insurance, I believe, instead. My mate upsets you. Give it a few years and I think we're going to be privatised. What colour am I using here? Game colour Earth. So what do they do if they can't afford it? Just have big debts? We're all over the news. I think we've got a little while. And it definitely won't be a quick overnight switch. So the minute we get wind of it happening, we'll all be down the old doctors. Quickly getting our last ailments in. Big business, I imagine. How does it work if you get shot and say you're unconscious and taken into hospital? How do you get billed? Yeah, I just don't get how it works. It is sad. Hello? Sounds like an aeroplane's about to fly into the side of the house. I think I'm going to sneeze. I don't think I've ever sneezed on the stream before. But I have some tissue at the ready. Who is Faith? Oh, my mate Faith. Exodus. Yeah, I don't know how that would work. Things definitely don't seem to be improving anymore, do they? Everything seems to be on a sort of downward spiral. Everything infrastructure based. Nothing's being looked after. No one wants to spend any money anymore, do they? When you say Exodus, is this person coming to live over here permanently? Or is this just like a long holiday or something? Ah. And what will they be studying at university? Excuse me, I need to hairdry. I do apologise if that was massively loud. Oh, music. Do you know what uni they're going to? That's one pouch painted. Yeah, but unfortunately money is the driving factor for everything nowadays, isn't it? So there's no avoiding it anymore. Why has he got a key on his thigh? I would like to know what that key opens. Okay. This brush has got like one little hair that keeps bending out on the side. It's doing my nut. Those are relics. Okay. Back in the days when we had keys, now a key is a relic. The old law. You're not a fan of this new law, are you? I don't know if I've got some baby nail clippers. I might have to have a goosey. Right, where are we at? I can put a wash on the gun now. Actually, I'm going to re-tidy it to black because I can deal with two birds with one stone, I think, as a phrase. I've missed a bit, haven't I? You dozy twit. Have I got any wet paint left? No? Okay. I'll catch that on the next round. Yep. Afraid of change, eh? What am I looking for? Someone help. Black wash, black wash, black wash. Here we are. Oh no, I'm not. What am I on about? I'm doing the other bit, aren't I? Not quite with it today. I have taken a lot of ibuprofen because my knee is wrecked. Alright, is this going to work? Maybe a bit thick, but we shall see. That aeroplane's about to fly into the wall again. Don't know if you can hear that. I don't mind the aeroplane going past. I prefer the aeroplane to the screaming child. The screaming children outside the window. Might have to get some sentry guns installed. Taser sentry guns. Heat low over my house? What does that mean? Have you seen the Top Gun 2 trailer? How good does that look? I'm very excited to watch Top Gun 2. Helicopters, oh, the jets. Boiler finance has changed. Oh, thank you for telling me these things. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that. I wonder what it'll be like. Might be absolute trash, but it's always fun to see, isn't it? Now the motorbike is driving past the house at high speed. Poor old Tom Cruise. Did you ever watch The Mummy? He must be getting old now. He must be about 90. I'm intrigued to see the movie. Well, I'll give that a sec and then stick a black wash on. I don't know. Right. I can't remember what I'm doing. Why have I got such a really bad short-term memory? At least I haven't got bad short-term memory. Anyway, black wash, black wash. Oh God, I've got a horrible feeling we're going to get spillage here. I can smell the spillage coming. I need a good wash brush. I can't find one. What are you? You'll do. Oh, you've gone all stiff. Looking forward to my dinner tonight. I'm quite hungry. Right, let's absolutely load the shit out of it. Excuse my language, I'm swearing again. I need to stop swearing. Just smear that into that gap there. They'll never know. Well, they might know because they might even be watching. Hull a load up there. All right, my man. Having a nice evening at work. There we go. And what else was there? Silver. Why is that pulled up down there so much? God knows. There was something else I needed to wash black, wasn't there? I don't know. I really don't know. I think I need to do double washes. This Null oil seems really thin. Very thin. Hello Amber, how are you? We're very impressed with your first Space Marine models. I don't know if Andy has had a look at them yet. I'm imagining he has. I'd like to think he has. What am I looking for? Brown wash. Bran. I need some bran. I'm going to take that as a no. See, this is what happens when you tidy up. You lose everything. That is on Insta, yeah. I'm not doing anything dodgy, just shaking my wash. That's the other stream. Interestingly, I am using this wash base a lot. The profile name, I'll let Amber write that out. Yeah. Oh, that was what I wanted to wash. Yeah, I knew I'd missed something. It's telephone holster. slap that on there like that. Harsh judgments. He's in a pharmacy. What are you doing in the pharmacy? Oh, I should have... oh, that worked alright. Washing his purity seal. I remember when I was a small boy... I'm going to tell a little story now. When I was a small boy, someone was trying to paint a purity seal, a friend of mine, and he thought it was a hammer. Doesn't look anything like a hammer, does it? I'm still not sure if I like the idea of purity seals or not. That's what I needed to ask you too, if you can actually see what's going on now I've made that main screen a bit smaller. I've tried to tidy the screen up a bit, but we have a gap ready, which would be there somewhere for Panic Cam when he comes back. I don't think I can do anything with this one now while that dries. So that means it goes on to the old back burner and I can carry on with this one. And accidentally on purpose, I already have the colour I need mixed up. That's very good. Very, very handy. There we go, marvellous. Oh, shizer. I thought I'd damaged it then. This must look really dull on the camera, painted in black. Probably doesn't show up at all. But I can't do anything about it, I'm afraid. Yeah. Paint his rim. Just do his rim there. Not really. What's not really? I do this thing when I ask a question and 30 seconds later I forget what I asked. I'm sorry, it shouldn't take me too long to move on to another colour. I could do your yellow one, which I very nearly ruined. I brought it back from the brink. That required 1,000 thin layers of yellow to bring that back from the brink. I think black is meant to be one of those colours it's meant to be hard to paint, they say. But I'm doing alright at the moment. I'm not having a panic attack. I don't feel worried. This camera angle is always too high, isn't it? It's almost like it does it on purpose. Or I move. All I'm doing is repainting the base coat on the flat panels. And it should, you probably can't see it on the camera, leave a darker black in the recesses. It sounds professional, doesn't it? If only I was. Is it breakfast time there? Or is it lunchtime? Oh, I missed a load. When it dries you can see all the bits you've missed. What do Americans have for breakfast? Do you have you can't, obviously don't have a full English. Do you have like pancakes and waffles? God, I'm going to start making myself hungry now. Washed Nuln, yeah, I don't mind Nuln oil, but I find it does leave a slightly, what's the word? There's a word I'm looking for, like a cloudy finish sometimes, which I don't like. All the washers seem to do it. So I'm trying to move away from them. Trying. But they're just so easy, aren't they? Liquid Talent, I think they called them when they first came out. I still need to try these contrast thingies. There's a mould line on his foot. I do apologise. It's very small. Hopefully the chap will never know. I was naughty this morning and then I had a cinnamon roll. Okay. Oh, I was naughty this morning and had a cinnamon roll. Okay. That makes more sense. I quite like one of them Cinnabuns. Is it Cinnabun? What's the name of that company? It's cloudy. Oh, airbrush Nuln oil. I haven't heard of that. That's a new one. Look, I got Parkinson's. I do apologise. My hand is shaking. Why? I need to take some diazepam. Cinnabun. I remember seeing one in Abu Dhabi airport, thinking I need to try a Cinnabun. But I felt really sick at the time, so I couldn't. One day I'll try a Cinnabun. And if they taste like how I hope they taste, then it's going to be amazing. I'm not sure I'd have one for breakfast though. That would be naughty. This is the old Blues Brothers again, isn't it? Paint his fingers. The other hand is metal, isn't it? Because he's got like a metal hand. And a metal arm, I should say. It's just coming along very easily. I think I put in the video title that I was painting ultramarine, so someone may send me a nasty message in a minute. Why is your ultramarine black? There's always one. Did you manage to get your barrels drilled out okay? This is the important question of the day. This pipe here really needs to go. The seagulls have started their orgy outside again. I don't know if you can hear that. There we go. We are based, washed and rebased. And there were no problems. I'm going to paint his arm while I'm here just so I know what it is. One barrel a bit off centre. It is difficult. It's definitely an art and a skill to get those done well. I think that's why a lot of people don't do it. And they're so tiny. Is that one alright? This one is kind of central. Yeah, home now. I think you can make the holes a bit bigger. Some people leave them like chamfer the inside, but I think I tried that once and twisted the whole barrel off. Airbrush the base and mid. Wash is brushed on between the brush and detail. Okay. I need to go back to airbrushing base coats. It's so much easier. We are on the clock. Who sent me a message? Oh, it's the boiler. You don't care about the boiler? And start. Right. Is this screen now too small? This is my question I need to ask. The main screen. Is the main screen too small? Or can you see what's happening in it? And why has it just gone really blurry? That's better. I'm going to do his arm chrome. What the hell is an awl? I'm about to learn something here. Small brush. Where's my, there it is. Yeah, don't worry, I had that under control. I was planning on a blue steel effect. Don't worry. A pokey. Look at you two in your awls and your professional gear. I'm probably going to do a really strong blue wash with a black wash over the top. That's going to be my trick. comes out terrible, we'll just repaint it. This is all learning for me. I haven't painted anything like this in a long time. I don't think I've ever painted a Death Watch actually. Maybe I should do these as like giveaways on my Instagram. I'll paint you any Marine chapter you want. Like and follow and tag 3 friends. But you're not allowed to ask for one I've already done. There we go. I need a shave. I feel myself getting fuzzy. No yellow. I don't. If I had done it right the first time, it wouldn't be too bad. So basically, I tell them what I'm going to paint. No yellow, no black, no white, no quarters. So basically, any sort of neutral colours will be fine. All blue. No red, because I don't like highlighting red, because it looks orange. It looks weird. You've got to try and do yellow now though. I'll put that on your plate. Right. I don't know if you can see that silver. I quite like it. It covers really well. Back to the blue one. No, it's nowhere near on that camera. Okay, where are we at? Where are we at? That still isn't dry. I think the wash on his brown bits are dry though, so we can go back to brown. When I'm painting by myself, I don't have this arm here with the camera on, so I might add a boom to my shopping list so I can have it there without touching it. And another one with this camera on. Why have I got paint on my finger? Is that wet? Yes it is, that's a worry. Where has that come from? Bran. Back to the Bran. Health label. USA only health label. Okay. Art and craft. I think I might need glasses again. Material certified. Don't know what that means. I think it's time for a free eye test. God, I would look like a complete twat with glasses on. But putting contacts in scares the hell out of me. Right, what am I doing here? What am I doing? Brown, painting his brown bits. So I might be able to get these done before I switch off, if I'm quick. So we paint his little holster. You're afraid of contact. Do you wear glasses? Are you a glasses wearing member of the community? And you know what I'm going to ask you next, don't you? It's supposed to. Does it not wreck your eyes? And reading. So basically everything. I'm looking forward to doing an eye test. What worries me is it actually coming out fine, and I realise sight isn't as good as I want it to be. Because at least if it's wrong, it can be improved. Why do you hate them? Glasses are quite fashionable now, quite trendy. I'd have a proper pair of Clark Kent glasses if I get to wear them. Clumsyitis. That's probably because you haven't got them on and you can't see where you're going. If you had them on, you might not walk into things and stuff. That's 10% battery remaining. This isn't good. We'll see if we can wing it to the end. There we go. My eyes on that back. I was as blind as a bat, but I refused to wear my glasses. Right, let's stick some highlights on this. I've got a nice colour that I like to use for highlighting brown. Ivory with genuine rust on the inside. My fingernails need clipping again. How dare they grow at such a fast pace? My eyes aren't that bad. Well, just a little squirt of that. Please don't. Your battery died. I was in talking about my battery only has 10% left. I can't remember what we were discussing. Glasses. Do you wear glasses, Andy? iPhone. This is the iPad. I forgot to charge it up and I use that to read the chat rather than looking over there, because that would be awkward. I'd have to have like a revolving chair for that. Our little Insta stream. I remember chatting on Instagram while streaming, but I can't remember anything that happened in it. That must have been at least a week ago. And do you wear contacts? Or have you worn contacts? Last year, see? I can't remember that far away. It was my birthday a couple of weeks ago and I can't remember any of it. Someone said I need to eat more fish to fix my memory. I can't remember who said that. I do remember the fish bit though. Apparently eating fish is good for your memory. An air bubble under your contact. Oh, that sounds hideous. That sounds like something out of a horror movie. You'll have to excuse my stupidity here because I don't know what eidetic means. Welcome to the clothes show. This week, David Bowie makes a dress from a bin liner. Right said Fred, show us their vest collection. And Prince dresses up as his grandmother. Everything like said. See, that's what I looked back at that chat. You sent me something on my birthday in the morning, and I can't see it. Says I'm not allowed to see it again. I tried to reopen it. Bane and Boone, they sound like Batman villains. Why can I not remember that? Why can I not remember that? That is weird. My memory is shot. Maybe I should go for some sort of memory test as well as an eye test. I can remember things from a long time ago better than I remember things from a short time ago. Poor old mother. Mum, I want to borrow your dress. Yeah, I don't know why it's so bad. I wonder if there's a reason for bad short-term memory. I suffer from short-term memory loss, but at least I don't suffer from short-term memory loss. Does she normally play ball? Your Wally. Where's Wally? Sometimes. How was Mum's cataract? See, I remember the cataracts. I remember that when you were in the hospital. Have you got spaghetti bolognese for dinner tonight? That is the big question. the other eye appointment. This isn't wet enough. I need to make it wetter. Lasagna. Ah, oh, I've not had lasagna in such a long time. Right, I'm trying to highlight this to make it look a little bit textured. It just basically looks like I've got a really unsteady hand. Have to rename the stream on Mondays. I can probably do that somehow. I don't normally stream on a Monday, it's normally Tuesday and Wednesday. I like to do some more late evening ones, but I just don't get the chance. I think there's more people around later on in the evening. That's it. You should have live pour painting and poorly made Italian food. Put some streaks on that, because why not? On his little pouches. Then we'll put some scratches on that. Oh, it's working. I didn't think it would. Split screen. I need to figure out the split screen thing. I think I can do it with Skype and have guests in. However, I don't think the guests would be allowed to be watching the stream, or they'd get a massive echo, because there'd be a massive delay, so they'd have to literally only watch the Skype. I think. Google Hangouts. I've heard of Google Hangouts, but I haven't actually looked into Google Hangouts. This probably needs to be something I look into. How have I never even looked at a Google Hangout before? Maybe I'm just too old. Yeah, someone else recommended Google Hangouts once. I mean, this should all be pretty standard stuff nowadays. It's not like I'd be the first person to want to do it. There we go, one purity seal almost done. I'm not going to put the faux writing on there. Could probably come up a layer. Maybe, or maybe not. Bugger it. I've got time. What have you just realised? The camera's changed. The layout looks different. You can see my leg. We've been going for an hour and a half. What have you realised? An hour and a half. See, I can't even get very long streams anymore. It's all dark down here. I'm waiting to hear what you've realised. You hear my stomach rumbling? Feed feeding. This paint! Fuck me. It's spurting out at the end. Needs rescuing. Oh, it's all going everywhere. We've got paint all over here. Mine, wipe that off. They'll never know. Did you really? That's come. The microphone's just this webcam here. This one. It is meant to be a decent one, but I don't know how good it is. I have got a new desk, and I've just taken its virginity by getting paint on it. No one's ever going to see that. It's all shaky cam. Right. I really should put some sort of topper on it, so I don't mind. But actually, the desktop was the cheapest bit. I think it was like 15 quid. The legs cost more than the desktop. What's this brush here? Number 2. He is a bad, bad man. Still not thin enough. I'll keep skating this thin line between my paints being not thin enough and then far too thin. I need to redo his holster. I'm not happy with his holster. It is, everyone says thin your paint, so you thin it and then it turns into like water and then you just made a wash. It never gets easier. This is true. You just sort of learn the feel of it. 5% battery left. I mean, they show you on the videos, like when I watch Duncan and that, and they just get like a little tap of water out of the water pot, mix it in, and I think, Christ, that's really thick still. If I did that, it would just like dry on my brush, a big old clump. But at least we haven't got a squeaky door tonight. What I did have was this concoction I made. Obviously a few years ago, you can tell by the considerable amount of dust and filth on here. Look at that. That obviously doesn't get used But this was water and flow improver, this stuff. So you mix this into your water at a ratio of 1 to 10-ish, and apparently it works as a better thinner. However, I noticed no difference. So it's just a pain in the bum to mix up and use, so I don't use it. Hang on a minute. I bought this airbrush flow improver. I had this stuff sitting around. Are these really the same? Where's my ingredients? Medium to improve the flow. Slows drying. So these two are the same bloody thing, so I didn't need to buy this. I could have just used this. This one is Windsor and Newton though, so this one probably costs 10 times the amount. Intriguing. I need to do a test. I also bought, a long time ago, let's see if I can find it. I can't find it. You can hear my chair is about to collapse. Where are you? This glaze medium, and this is terrible. Oh, the reason it might be terrible is because it's separated. The yes, that might be why it didn't work. I don't know if you can see that. It's all stuck to the bottom there. We needed a good shake up. No, it's still a bit stuck on. This is probably too old to be usable. But this glaze medium, I think, is exactly the same as their thinner. The white thin, is that stuck to the bottom as well? Yeah. So these two look the bloody same. They just look like white thinner. Shut up, phone. So there's that. And then there's this one, which I find does work. This airbrush thinner, and this is clear. So I think this is probably just that watered down. 1 to 2 drops to 10 drops of paint. See, I use it about 50-50. But then again, I like to thin things a lot. A what? An aliphatic thinner. It smells. Oh, last time we were smelling things on here. Yeah, this one smells weird. It's not a hideous smell, but it's the smell that reminds me that I'm airbrushing. It's the airbrushing smell. I don't know. Anyway, I am out of time, so I am going to have to say goodbye, even though I didn't get as much done as I had anticipated. But I shall see you all again, maybe Wednesday. Badger is an airbrush brand, yes, I have heard of those ones. Never tried one. Maybe I should. But anyway, I'm going to say goodbye, and I shall see you all later. Goodbye.